Let me say something to you that most people don't want to hear. If you feel stuck right now, like some of us are, it's probably not because you don't want more. You don't have a desire for more than where you are now, but it's because you've been drifting. And drifting doesn't usually look like doing nothing. That's a misconception we've been sold. But what drifting actually looks like is staying busy. It looks like planning someday. It looks like saying, I'm working on it without ever deciding when it has to change. Drifting feels harmless, but let me tell you, it's very expensive. Hello, welcome back to JC's Learning Edge for another midweek motivation. I'm so glad that you all are here. I'm most excited for today's lesson. We're going to be talking about how someday is not a strategy. So get your notes out, give me the next 3 to 4 minutes, and I promise you won't regret it. Let's get into it. Here's the truth that most people miss. Drifting isn't always accidental, but it happens when time feels unlimited. When there's no deadline, there's no urgency. When there's no urgency, clarity gets delayed. And when clarity gets delayed, progress slows down quietly. That's the difference between, wishful thinking and real goals. Wishful thinking says, I'll get to it. This is my year. We didn't all say it that one. This is my year. Or I just need more motivation. But serious goals ask a harder question. It's just two words: by when. Y'all say it with me: by when. Because the moment you respect time, everything changes. You stop redeciding, you stop negotiating with yourself, and ultimately, you stop drifting. So, hear me, you don't need more motivation, you need clearer decisions. And this is something I break down deeply in my book, Graduating Half the Time. And it's not just for students, but it's for anyone who's tired of feeling like progress is always just out of reach. I talk about clarity, structure, and intentional timelines. How I talk about how clarity, structure, and intentional timelines change everything, especially when you're learning, building, or trying to move your life forward faster. So if you've been serious about wanting more but struggling to move, that book was written just for you. So I encourage you, get your copy today. You can look at the QR code link. I have the link in the bio. You can also go to my description. So check it out. Now, as I close, here's the question I want to leave with you today. I want you to sit and have real self reflection. Are you actually behind? We've all had that feeling of being behind, but are you actually behind? Or have you just been drifting? Because drifting ends the moment you decide to be honest about time. The moment you put a deadline on those goals and stop leaving them so vague. We got to get out of, I want to be successful. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, by when? You got to get out of, I just want to graduate. Okay, by when? Because if you say you want to graduate today and you walk across the stage 10 years from now, you met your goal, but you would see that as a failure, wouldn't you? So you have to have a timeline on it to successfully measure your goals. Now, on Friday, we're going deeper. I'll break down how SMART goals stop drift, remove confusion, and force clarity without overwhelm. So make sure you're subscribed and join me this Friday for our deep dive. It's going to be great. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. And bring a friend too. We all can come up together. And as always, success doesn't shout. Y'all should know about now. It shows up. And I'll see you on Friday. Bye bye.